Hey guys, how are you? I am in Vegas, yay! I actually really like it. It's really warm out, there's a lot of vegan food, and everything's pretty inexpensive, which is pretty cool. So I am not complaining. Today I actually wanted to talk about some vegan related topics, and I really wanted to focus on why you should ditch dairy. I have a lot of friends and family that always come to me and they're always talking about how they really want to like move towards veganism and how they really want to, you know, just be more health conscious and change some of their lifestyle and diet around. But everybody's so focused on how they can never give up cheese, and there's like this big emphasis on cheese. And I just want to let you guys know that cheese actually has a sugar in it that hits your brain and kind of gives you this high and this need and desire to want to come back for more. And the reason it has that is actually because the cow's milk, her breast milk that she gives to her babies, that's what it's made for. It's to encourage the baby to want to come back and to keep feeding, and that helps the baby grow. And so it has that same reaction to us and triggers us to want to keep coming back, and we can't give it up because we're addicted to it. We're legitimately addicted to it. And so I think that's also really important for people to know and understand when they give me this line that they can't quit cheese. Like, they literally can't. And knowing that, like, doesn't it make you kind of be like, oh shit, like I should probably stop eating that. Like, I'm legit addicted to that. That's weird. Also, another thing I wanted to just kind of like get people to think about is like where this cow's milk comes from, and like the actual need for it, right? So there's this big misunderstanding that cow's milk, that cow's udders just get too large and it's really uncomfortable for them, and so we're gonna do such a nice and grand gesture and milk them just to be the kind humans that we are. But unfortunately, that's just such a big misconception. Like, cows create milk after they give birth. Like, if they don't have babies, they don't generate milk, just like humans and every other mammal. Like, cows aren't special. And so if their milk builds up, it's because they need to feed their babies, and they just gave birth, or they have babies, and their body's smart enough to know that they need to feed their young. And so that's actually why cows produce milk, is for the only reason every other mammal produces milk, which is to nourish and feed their young. And so that's also kind of something that we need to make this connection with, that's why milk is created. You know, that's why every mammal creates milk, so they can nourish and feed their young. So that's also something, a lot of people have this misconception about milk, and they just think that they're doing something nice, or the cow always needs to be milked, so might as well just drink their milk. But their milk is made for their babies. Another one is milk is loaded with cholesterol, and so it's actually really bad. It can lead to a lot of issues, health issues later on in life, or even in your current state. It can lead to clogged arteries, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, heart problems, obesity. Like, milk is a really big leading factor to a lot of things. It's also loaded with growth hormones. And so a lot of people can see acne, like a lot of people can clear up their acne from not eating dairy or cheese anymore. A lot of people can lose weight because of it, because milk is created, right, to turn an infant calf into a multiple 100-pound cow. Like, cows are huge, and they have to grow incrementally fast within a few months. And so it's very much loaded with growth hormones and all these nasty things that we don't need. Also, the USDA allows for like an eye drop container full of pus for every 8 ounces of milk. And so every cup of milk that you drink has an eye drop container full of pus. Like, let's just think about that. That's disgusting. Like, that's disgusting. And the reason there's so much pus in there is just because these cows are constantly being milked, and they're getting sore, and they're getting wounds on their teats, and so they're breaking open, like their skin is breaking open, and they're leaking fluids, bodily fluids. and it just gets in the milk, and we just carry on with the production, because the only reason they're milking these cows is for profit, and we're buying it. We're buying this pus-filled milk. Like, that's disgusting. So that's another thing to consider about why you should ditch dairy. It's really gross. It's really gross. Also, since you are a beautiful and compassionate, empathetic human, like I know you are, cows are constantly being impregnated via something called the rape rack. And once they're impregnated, they have to, go through the gestation period of pregnancy. And then they give birth, and within 24 hours of giving birth, they're separated from their young. And, if their baby is a female, she's destined to the same horrific fate as her mom. She will be impregnated after, 6 months to a year of her own life, and then go through that cycle until she can no longer have babies, and then she's going to be sent off for meat, sent off to be killed. And if the baby is a boy, he will be separated from his mom within the first 24 hours of birth, and he'll be put in a very small confined crate where he can barely turn around, and within a few weeks he'll be sent off for something we call veal, which is just baby boy cow meat. And so that's what happens to him. And so not only are we contributing to our own poor health, but we're also contributing to the suffering and the murder of so many animals when we support this industry, essentially. So I want to give you guys some things to consider and some things to ponder and think about. Like, I'm not trying to make anyone feel like inferior to me, I want you guys to think about what you're putting in your bodies and what you're supporting, like what your money is buying. And if you're like, wow, you know what, I'm actually a really compassionate person, I love animals, like, a lot of people just don't know. And so I just want to give you guys the information to think about what you're paying for and what you're funding and how you can help. And so not only can you help prevent the suffering and murder of billions of animals, you can also like better your health. And there's so many alternative milks that are just superb. My favorite is actually soy milk. I take it OG. But there's really great other ones like coconut and almond, hemp milk, cashew milk. They have like rice milk, oat milk. I saw hazelnut milk, pea milk. They have like potato milk now. Like, there's so many options, you guys. So you don't have to buy dairy milk. And some of these like plant-based milks are also shelf stable, which has been really helpful for me because I travel a lot and I don't need to even pop it in the refrigerator till after it's open. There's amazing like chocolate milk that's vegan too, and doesn't contribute to any of that. There's like no cholesterol in there, guys. Cholesterol is 0. So why not, like, why not just try it? And for cheese, I know cheese, like alternative cheese, gets such a bad rep, but there's so many products, so many alternative products to try. Like, if you try one brand, odds are another brand is going to be totally different in consistency or flavor or texture or whatever you don't like about one. Like, I'm sure someone else will bring it to the table. And so that's just something that I always like to encourage people. Like, let's say you go to a pizza place, right? And the pizza place is bad. That doesn't mean pizza's bad. It just means you had a bad experience. So don't give up. Like, keep finding what works for you. Like, when you were younger, you had to figure out what foods you like and what foods you didn't like. It's just kind of like that same process. Like, you just kind of play around with things and see what works for you. And so I really want to encourage you guys to try some alternatives. Get out there, like, better your health. Support industries that aren't, profiting on cruelty and apathy and uncompassionate lifestyles. Like, be the amazing, sweet, intelligent human that we all know we are, and practice this compassion. Like, you can be a compassionate person and start with what's on your plate. Like, your plate doesn't even have to contribute to cruelty and suffering. And if you didn't know, now you know. Like, how awesome is that? Now you have these tools and this information to better yourself and to get out there and help save animals and help save your health and even save the environment. Because let me tell you, it is not helping save our planet by buying milk. Like, the amount of waste that cows produce is so horrific. The amount of methane gas that gets put in the air because of cows, destroying our ozone layer. It's killing us. It's killing our oceans. Like, why would we want to support that? Like, we're living here. Our families are living here. Our future lives here. Like, why would we want to prevent future life from living here if we don't have to? If we could be part of the solution. Like, let's just be part of the solution. You know? So I hope these tools are really helpful for you guys. I know there's so many other outlets and so much more information on this topic, and I really encourage you to research it and just go out there. If you have any questions, please comment them and I would love to help answer them. I appreciate your guys' time and for listening. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit the like button and make sure you subscribe to my channel below so you can be up to date on all the videos I release when I release them. Bye guys, thank you so much for watching. Bye.